In this Magento video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add these swatches to individual items in Magento. So for example, if this item here has different colors, first you want to pick from the color, and you could have different colors up on the top like red or greens and stuff like that. Then you would pick from like this brown to an individual one, so you could actually see that it has different swatches and stuff, and you could choose from these swatches and everything like that. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do that and how to associate these swatches to your product. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to log into your Magento admin panel just like this. And the first thing we're going to set up is your colors. So that means we're going to be setting up the colors on the top of the actual product, just like these top colors right here. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's go to the admin here, and we're going to go, the first thing you want to do is go to catalog, and then you want to go under your manage attributes. So you want to go attributes, manage attributes. So it's catalog, attributes, manage attributes. Just click on that, and Magento allows you to have all these different types of attributes for various reasons and stuff, and we're using this attribute to set up the color. This is how this extension is working here, and we're just going to go to color. Now if you can't find it on the list, then you just type in the attribute here, but I see it right here. So it's just going to click on color, and mind you, sometimes there's 1 to 3 pages, or you could sort by the how many you're seeing on a page, and a lot of people, they don't see all of them that they find, and they have to either resort to going through individually or each page, or you want to search on there. So I see color right here, so I'm going to click on color families right there, this whole line. And it's going to take me to this attribute for the colors of this. I keep going to that one, sorry. And this is where you're going to go in and edit this. So this is all the basically the general properties of this. Right here on the right side, as you can see, it says attribute information. You're going to click on that. This is the properties. Don't worry about that. You're going to click on here. So this is all the names. This is where you set up the names for the attributes, blacks, bronze, whatever. And you could add another option right here, and then you could sort the options based on the position right here, and that's how you do that here. So once you do that and you have all the names, if you want to add another name, you just add an option there. And we just added violet, but you could add, like, let's say another color, maroon or something like that, by just clicking add and then typing that in the right there, but I'm not going to do that. And then after you're done adding that, you always want to make sure you save and continue editing. The second part of this is, after you created all these names, is you want to go ahead and go to image for attributes. So each of these names are associated to like an image. So let me do one for an example for you, and then you'll get a hang of how to add this. Alright, so I'm going to click on add option here, and I'm just going to type in like creams or something right here. Doesn't have to have a position. So I'm going to go ahead and up here on the top right hand corner here, press save and continue. So I did that. You'll know it's saved and continue after it refreshes, and it'll say this product has been saved. So make sure it refreshes before you click on anything else. After I do that, now I'm going to go over to here, and you're going to notice cream show up. There's no image associated to it. So we set that up, but we didn't have an image. So now we're going to set up an image. What I did is I went to Google and I just found a cream online. So I just found this color right here that we could use for our colors, and I saved that to my desktop. So going back to here, now all we have to do is just click on this orange button here right by creams. Sorry about that. Alright, so there it is. Go up here, and that's that. Now once you did that, you'll notice this X because you could delete it and whatnot, and you would think to click save and continue, but you actually have to scroll down to the bottom and click upload all, and you could do multiple ones at the same time if you wanted to. So once that's done uploading, then you're gonna refresh it, and it's gonna be saved right there, as you can see. the colors there. So once that's done, then you want to go ahead and press save and continue. And that's done. So that's how you set up these colors. So that's the first step of setting up all the colors so you could see the colors here in this live attribute. That doesn't mean it's going to show up on this product. That just means you set it up in the back end for that. So that's the first step. The second step is to actually get an image and a swatch, and you may already have this on file, but I'm going to go ahead and find a cream that I could use that's not just a color. So you have the color on the top, and then when you go into the color you have these actual material. So I'm going to find a material that's a cream material that we could use, and I'm just going to save it on my desktop real fast. There you go. Once I do that, then what I want to do is I want to go into catalog, manage products. So again, catalog, manage products, and I'm going to go ahead and add a product. Now each of these are its own product attribute, and that's how it works. Okay, so we want to go ahead and click add product right here on the upper right corner, and then they have all these kind of different types of products. You just want to make it a simple product. Click on that. So each swatch has its own product. Okay, I'm going to fill this out. Oops, actually, I'm sorry. Before you do that, I'm going to delete this product. We have to set up our materials. So we set up the color first, and that was the first thing. And I'm jumping ahead of myself. And now we have to set up a material associated to the colors. So let's go ahead and do that. And the way you do that is you just go into the admin here, and you click on the attributes again, manage attributes, click on that. So again, first thing you did is do the color. Now we're gonna have to do the material, and it's right here. This is the material, and if you can't find it, you just type in material and it will pop up right there. So I'm gonna click on material right here, and it's gonna take me to this properties of the material and stuff, and I'm gonna click on this, and these are all the names of all the materials that we have. And this is really nice because you could actually put your colors associated to these materials and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add a material to this. So let's do that right now. I'm going to go add option, and it's going to be, let's say, the creams again. I'm going to say creams. Cream 1A, we'll just call it that. And I'm going to go ahead and save and continue that. Alright, that's done. And now we're going to go to images for that attribute. And again, I downloaded a cream swatch for this. It's kind of square. I may want to crop this and make it a little bit more cropped by going to my tools here and adjust. I could crop it or adjust the size and stuff, and I recommend you do that. You crop these things here so it's more square than rectangle-ish. That still looks a little rectangle-ish to me. I'm going to crop that again and save that. Okay, perfect. Now that's better. So you always want these things square because you want all of these to be the same exact image size, basically, and stuff. So going down here, you're going to see all of the images here, and you're also going to see that one image with that we added, which is cream 1. So I'm going to go ahead and find that, and I'm going to add that swatch here to that, and that's just a cream swatch right here that we cropped. Alright, so once that's done, again, you go down to the bottom and you update all. And once that's done, you'll see the cream in here is updated. And where is that sucker? There it is, right there. And then you go up to the very top right here and you press save and continue edit. And wait for that to refresh before you click on anything else. And that refreshed. Okay, we're all good on that one. Alright, so now we did two things. We added the colors and we added the swatches. Now we need to associate these colors with the every single swatch. So you're going to have this red, and that's associated to this swatch. And even though this looks like the same color, it's two different things. So this is a color, and that's a swatch. And yeah, it looks like a swatch up here, but trust me on this one. That's a color, and this is a swatch. So we need to associate it. So we added these in the back end, and we added these in the back end. But now we need to associate a new color with a new swatch. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, so you want to go in the back end, and you want to go under Manage Products. And then you want to add a product. Now, this is how you associate it. It sees itself like a product because each and every individual item in Magento has to be associated to itself as a product, and that's how it works. So we'll do that. So go to Simple Product, click on that right there, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this out for you right here as a simple product. So just have the name, and this is the name that will come up on the invoices and stuff. Description, that's good to have. Short description, keep it the same. Get a unique SKU number. Weight, you could keep 0. Don't do any, and then this is what's important here. The color families this is cream right there, and you want to associate it with what? The cream 1A. Now maybe you have cream 1A, cream 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 5B, whatever it is. Well, each of them have to be associated. So we're just associating one for one right now. So creams from the color to the material, and that's what we're doing right now for that specific one. And then we're going to go down, and don't mess with any of this stuff for this type of product, this type of association. You don't touch these things. Make it enabled. Make sure it's visible on the search and catalog, and press save and continue right there. This could be a 0 for the price, of course, unless you want to up the price for this. Taxable, none. Save and continue. It doesn't have to be taxable just because it's 0 price for these things right here. And then that's about it, I believe. Wait, no, actually there's some more we have to do. So go to inventory, and it's not going to show up if we don't have like something in the inventory, so I'll just put 9,000 or something. Out of stock, make sure it's in stock. Save and continue. Make sure it's after it refreshes right now, we're going to go to websites here and make sure it's associated to whatever website. You could do all of them or just one of them, whatever you want. And save and continue on that one as well. And that's about it. So you're really messing with the general, this stuff here, the price, and making sure it's available. You could do meta descriptions and stuff that helps with SEO. No need to add an image because we're just associating this product right now. And it's not reoccurring, so don't mess with that. Inventory, add inventory in stock and associate it to the websites. And no need to even add what category it's from. I don't believe you have to do that either. So we're going to save and continue, and we're done with this cream 1A. And the next part of this is actually adding a product or associating the product to this area and stuff. So we're going to do that here. We could either add a product by going to Manage Products, and I could show you how to add a product, or we could just take a product that we already have. In another video tutorial, I showed you how to add a product, so I won't do that right now. So what I'm going to do is just get a product that we already have, like this sofa here. And I'm going to go ahead and add another row or one of these right here to the color family, because we added the what do you call it, the creams to that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So all this is filled out right here, but we're going to go to associated products right here, and if you look on the bottom, this is everything associated. When you first go in here, it's going to be really strange because you're not going to see anything. So if you just go search, you have to check mark this any, uncheck mark this, and you could see everything that's associated to this. So you could uncheck all these if you want, and you could this is all the products that we have for the swatches. So that's what we're looking at right now, is check marking all the swatches that we want to show up on this area. And it looks like, whoa, there's a lot of swatches. Yes, because you got the colors and then you got all the swatches associated to it. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 times this times that time plus that, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and either you could select individually or all of them. I'm just going to do all of them right now. And it looks like we're getting every single one of them. We also should look for that cream one that we're working on. So let me do that as well. So what I just did is I actually went over here to color families, and you could select individual ones by searching. So this is like your search. So you could search for this. And I just searched for creams, and then this came up. You could also search for like all of them right there, and all of them will come up. So you could see blues, greens, and this is the color that's associated with the actual swatch. And if you check mark it, it will show up on that. So again, let's just do the creams, just so we could just show the creams on this. And all we have to do is just press save. Check mark it, sorry, right there. And I'm gonna press save and continue up here, just like that. So what I just did is I made sure that all these are check marked, and I added that cream to this. So if we go here and refresh it, we'll see that the cream is actually added to that. And then look, there's another, you could hardly see it, but there's another cream right here, the swatch that is associated to it that we made, that's coming up on this particular product. So again, after you make that product, you're going to go to associated attributes, and you're going to go down here, untoggle this. So sometimes you don't see all of these things on a product because this little thing's not toggled. So let's go to another product, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Like, you can't see the attributes sometimes, and people get confused. So let's go to like this sofa right here. Right there. Let's click on that. Let that load. Alright, and let's go to associated products. And notice that you won't see anything there. And it's like, what? I don't see anything. Uncheck mark this right there. And view any. And then search. So now we get to see all that right there. All these things. And if you want to do individual, you could just do that. If you want to do all of them, then do all of them. And if you want to just do blues, you could just do, or creams, you could just do blues for this, and then search for the blues. And there you go, that's all the blues. So I could just click, you know, I could just do that, and all these blues are right there that I have associated to blues, all the swatches associated. And I could just go ahead and save and continue if I just wanted the blues on that. And once that loads, then I could actually look at this on the home page, and I see it come up right here on that one. So that's cool, and I see all the blues associated to that after I click on that you could see for this sofa right there. Another thing I just did is I didn't see it come up at first, and it scared me, but I went to the inventory and it looked like it was out of stock, and I had to make it in stock for it to show up. So make sure to do that. But it looks like the blues are showing up. Now if I wanted to do, I don't know, let's say blacks as well, I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that, search for blacks, and search. There you go, there's the blacks right there. I'm going to go ahead and check all of them by clicking that right there, and I'm going to save and continue. And if I did that correctly, what will happen after it refreshes, then I could go to here and I could refresh this, and I should be able to see black. There it is, boom. So I see black and I see the blues. So it looks like that's how you do it. Alright, I hope this video tutorial helps and helps you understand how everything's kind of interlinking and associated with this. It's a good big process, but at the end of the day, everything's going to keep itself organized in the SKUs and everything else like that when we're doing inventory. All right, take care.